All right, so here's my panels. There's two 250 watt panels. There we go. And yeah, there they are. They're going to be partially shaded most of the time from these trees here because got a lot of tree cover. All right, but yeah, there they are. I got them mounted right here with some brackets and just spanned over these 2x4s. Put the 2x4s up top there to go across, and I had to put it up above, so I had to cross the window up here, this nasty window, and but it two sets of 2x4s, so it brings it out in front of the window, and then I've got it toe-nailed in with a joist hanger, and then one strap coming straight over the top of it to lock it into the back 2x4 and the front 2x4, and then screwed into the 2x4 right up there, and then these diagonal strapping for bracing to make it more solid. So like even before I put the panels on it, it was really solid. I would just about hang my whole body off one of them, and then just toe-nailed in down at the bottom. Brackets up top, joist hanger, and then a diagonal straps, and then the panels screwed into that. And then wiring comes down here, goes into these Y connectors. You see I still have one section open for my third panel. If I decide to stick that on like straight below here, or just sitting it out here, or on the other side, or like over here all the afternoon sun is, and middle of the day sun too, but the sun it sets over there next to the ridge, and it pounds this deck, so I can put the other 250 on there. And yeah, then the wires come down the side here, come in and go into one of the old TV cable holes. All right, there you go. All right, so this is what it looks like. Start with it closed, do a whole presentation. There's your batteries right here, two 150 watt sealed lead acid, junky batteries, but that's what I got. And cables, had to strip and crimp all the cables. Or 4-gauge battery cable that came with it, with the kit I got, and just a little electrical tape just to cover up the for accidentally dropping stuff on it. But yeah, so positive and negative, they go there. Here's the cabinet. Solar panels come in from the wall there, and here they are right here. There's two of them, two 250 watt panels. So they come out the wall there. There's my little cabinet. And if you look straight down in, I have this big vent / viewing hole. That's the inverter. And you can see you got two AC plugs to go into there. You can get at it by lifting that up. And you can, see the rest of this stuff, or you can access it with this, of course. And so here we have the cables come in here. They go into the charge controller right here. Fang Pusan, now we're up to 78 watts, and that goes into the PV side. And yeah. So then after that, the negative comes out right there, goes up and around, and negative over into the battery. And then it comes back out on the far side and goes into straight connecting to the inverter right here. I had to do these kind of in an ugly crossed over way because, well, just because they came from opposite sides, so that's what I was stuck with. But they won't touch ever here, and they are all shrink wrapped and everything. That was a different learning experience to do. Crimp cables and everything with my hammer crimper. All right, then the positive comes out of the charge controller and goes to this, which by the way is a 50 amp charge controller, MPPT. It goes into this 60 amp circuit breaker, which is 10 amps more than the charge controller, so it won't trip unless there's an issue. And then it goes out of there into these 200 amp fuse, and that's switching from the 8 gauge cable that they sent me to hook that up into the 4 gauge. So all the rest is 4 gauge except for that 8 gauge, and of course the solar panel wires are 10 gauge. And anyway, it goes into there, and then there's, let's get the angle right here. You can see there's the wire that comes straight out of there that goes into the inverter, and the other wire at the other side that goes to the battery bank, which I put through that cutoff switch, and it goes to the batteries. So yeah, so that's how it's hooked up, and we're up to 106 watts. And as the sun moves from that tree, stops being blocked, I will get more. Hopefully it'll be quite a bit more. So there's the TV, it's on, the lamp's on. I'm gonna just unplug this right there. Here's this, lamp's off, TV's off, and then there we go. Lamp's back on, TV's coming on, and the Wi-Fi will have to reset now. It needs to have a blue light on there to be working right. Oh, alright. Fixed our network issue. Alright, so there you go. It's working. It's currently charging at 134 watts. So I hope to see quite a bit more coming out of the panels. Because I do have 500 hooked up to it right now. So we'll see how it gets once the sun starts hitting it straight on. Alright, that's about it.